Hi everyone, in this video we're looking at fractional and negative indices. Now before we get underway, there's just a couple of points that I'd really like to look at. First of all, if we have something like x to the power of negative n, that simply means that it's 1 over x to the power of positive n. And often it's useful for us to write things in positive indices, and so it's important to know that relationship there. Secondly, if you have x to the power of a over b, then if we're writing that in surd form, b is the root that we're taking of our base, and a is the power that we're taking. So that's our relationship between fractional indices and their surd form. So looking at our first example up here, where it's asking us to write this in surd form, well, first of all, we would start by writing it as, or saying that it is equal to 1 over x to the power of positive 2 over 3, and then we would say that it's equal to 1 over, and then the 3 is the part applying to the number of the root, and we'd have x to the power of 2. Okay, alright, two more examples over here. So we have 265, so we would write that as 1 over 625 to the power of a positive a quarter. And when we're talking about the power of a positive a quarter, that's taking the fourth root, so we'd be writing it as 1 over 4 root of 625. And you do have the luxury of your calculator for this sort of calculation, but even if you didn't, you could probably take a bit of an educated guess. But you can put that symbol into your calculator. In fact, what I should really do is bring that up so we can see it. So here we go. So we're looking for the fourth root, so we write 4, and then shift to this button here, 625, and that gives us our answer of 5, which you probably could guess anyway. So we can say that's equal to 5. Okay, so for part B, we're looking at 4 over 9 to the power of negative 3 over 2. So we can start by writing that as 1 over 4 over 9 to the power of positive 3 over 2. And that's the same as writing it as 1 over, we would say, the square root of 4 cubed over the square root of 9 cubed. And we can probably get away with doing these ones in our head almost. But you also notice that 1 over these things we can write as 9 root 9 cubed over root 4 cubed. Okay, so 9 cubed is 729. So we're looking for the square root. We'll make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Square root of 729. And 4 cubed, of course, is 64. So the square root of 729 is 27. And the square root of 64 is 8. So it finally simplifies to 27 over 8. If we wanted to, we could evaluate it directly in our calculator as well. But that's just showing us steps of working to get there. Okay, so exercise 18.05 on page 278 will provide you with some practice for these styles of questions.